It's a great blessing to be with you here on this Monday. I trust you had a wonderful weekend. God certainly blessed here. And now we're looking forward to all that the Lord has ahead in this changing season of the year. It's always a wonderful time. I like to go to a very well-known chapter, the love chapter, 1 Corinthians chapter 13. And so many lessons can be learned from this chapter. But one that's very important, especially in our day, and that is verse 7 of chapter 13. Speaking of love, charity, beareth all things, believeth all things, hopeth all things, endureth all things. Every one of those phrases are very helpful for us in the day and age in which we live. If we have the love of God in our heart because we're abiding in Him, because we are communing with Him and spending time for Him to give us His heart, then there will be a change in how we react to the circumstances that face us. I have said on a number of occasions, we've got to be very careful about reacting negatively to things that are happening. Now, we may be exactly right, and our emotions would make sense, but it's not coming out of a spirit-empowered heart, and it doesn't encourage us or encourage anyone else. Here we see that love, really caring about even the people that are doing things around the world that are really dangerous, frustrating, evil, and the people maybe in your life that are a problem. We need to have love, and if we do, we will bear all things. When you love someone, you're not thinking about yourself. In fact, love is the epitome or the peak of spiritual maturity. It is constant victory by the power of God over self and the ability by His grace to live for someone else. And so if someone's mistreating you, or if the circumstances somewhere else are affecting you negatively, we need to bear that burden because there's a bigger picture in mind, and we need to care about those that are creating the problem. It's amazing what love will do to lift a reaction in our soul. And then a very important one, believeth all things. We have a great temptation to be cynical, especially in personal relationships, and to believe the worst and to create a case against somebody and to just come up with all of these negative things. And we've got to want to believe the best. Now, our sense may tell us there are problems, and we're probably right, but we need to give the benefit of the doubt to others. That's what spiritual love will do. And you'll always find you don't know the whole circumstances. And if you really have the love of God, you're going to be able to be open to really learn what the circumstances are and to be fair to someone that you have a relationship with. And then hopeth all things, having a confident expectation. That's what that word means. Believing that the best is going to happen through all these different negative things that may be affecting you. And that's what we need to have on the international scene, what's happening in our country. We need to believe that God's going to work. We need to realize that people need the Lord, and we need to have a love for them instead of a constant reaction and anger. And then finally in this verse is endureth all things. Love will help us just to continue to go on, to bear it, as we said, to have the right attitude, and to be able to navigate without a reaction that hurts our walk with God. So I just want to encourage you today by the fact that if you really have the love of God, it'll change your whole perspective, it'll change your attitude, and it will allow God to cause you to be an intercessor instead of a reactor. And may God give us that kind of heart.